Hello, hello. Welcome back. We are Calcio FC guys, formerly Primo Calcio. I'm Michael, here with Anthony. We've got a lot of stuff to break down today, a lot of stuff to discuss over the past week. Um, I, my good sir here, Anthony, was a little sick, so we had to come back with some cast a little later, but we are still going to be bringing you some stuff. So we'll discuss a little bit of Serie A, round up from last week, Champions League, because it happened in the midweek, and then we'll end with Napoli-Inter that just happened today. All right, Anth, how's it going?
Oh, it's going fantastic. We're in a little bit of a state of disarray here in the middle of a move and got super sick and on the mend, so that's why we're a little late this week. But there's tons of juicy stuff to talk about. And I hope I don't get too many unimportant details wrong, because that'll just disprove everything, everything that we're right about. But focus on the greater points here because some of these games happened a week ago. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, no, and I'll do the best I can to kind of recap it here. So we'll start with a brief
Yeah.
Serie A week review. This was the match day 7. Um, I'm just gonna go over the big game. So first thing, Torino beats Napoli 1-0. Napoli's been kind of pulling off some wins. They haven't, in my opinion, looked amazing, but they're kind of muscling through a ton of injuries, crucial injuries too, namely Buongiorno and Lukaku, who's huge, and now Luboka. So their whole spine of their team
Oh, well,
looks a bit
and
huge.
Rachmani.
Yeah, Rachmani too. You're right. Yeah, is he? And honestly, he's a very unsung hero. He's a really good defender.
Oh, he's yeah, definitely.
So, but they got Buongiorno back. He still doesn't look the best, but you got to keep playing him, get him there. And then I don't know when Rachmani's due back, but they can really use him because once him and Buongiorno are back to full swing, Napoli's gonna look a lot better, especially if you can get Lukaku back. I think he comes back in a month. All right. Well, anyways, kind of funny. Gio Simeone gets the goal. He looked great. Honestly, most of the game, and something that I brought
Been
up.
looking good.
Yeah, something I brought up a couple casts ago. I would have loved to see him come to Milan because why not? You have nobody there besides Jimenez, and he's cheap. He's excellent. He's a good solid Serie A player, and he's smart. So yeah,
Our teams don't sign players like that anymore. We'll sign a player like that from a foreign club, but we won't sign him within our own league.
there's no
I don't
marketing. There's
understand
no
it.
marketing potential because
Yeah,
like nobody's
yeah,
gonna go buy like a Gio Simeone shirt, right? So that's probably why.
yeah.
At least I know that's why Milan doesn't buy people.
I mean,
You can't
the
market
guy
that.
fights his ass off. He works hard. He puts the ball in the net from time to time.
Do
Is he
you
a world-class
remember
striker?
one of the
No.
last games of the season where he's on the ground and he does let like a the worm? He does the move the worm to just stop a shot, stop a ball from being cleared because he wants to win. I loved it, man.
That was against Juve. That was
Was
against
it?
Juve.
Yeah. I just remember
Yeah,
that
it
moment. I'm
was
like, this is
beautiful.
a dude who's a substitute who
Oh,
cares that much.
I loved that game because I loved watching a Conti team just play so fucking amazingly, and watching my team that used to play like that
I'll
play
play that
like a
way. Yeah.
bunch of sissies. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's all I got to say about Simeone. So yeah, Napoli goes down 1-0. Now I move to Roma Inter, another 1-0. This one for Inter. Roma looked good most of the game, but Inter was just a little bit of a class above. They seem to be kind of finding their feet. I think Kiwa's been doing a pretty good job of just kind of riding the ship. My opinion is that Inter is like a almost like an autopilot team. They've been playing the same formation for a long time, mainly the same players over and over, with a couple additions. So I don't think Kiwa has too much to do besides keep the peace and make sure he keeps you guys motivated. But I think he's doing a pretty good job. What
Yeah,
do you
I think
think?
he was doing a good job. I think that I don't understand why Gasparini ran Dybala as a lone striker. If I remember correctly, that was the setup. He didn't come out with one of his actual strikers, um, to support. So Dybala was up there. It kind of worked, but it just didn't. Um, I just don't like
Yeah,
that.
I
That's my
don't love
main
him as like a
critique.
false nine.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of good forwards they want to bring out there, but I think you just run Sule and Dybala behind a Dobbik and you just deal with it. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah, you can run
I think
Dovik,
that's
you
the
can run
best option.
Ferguson. I mean, it's kind of like with Milan. Like, even though Jimenez is not good, you put him there, he at least occupies a striker role, and he lets the guys behind him work well. Same thing on Roma. I don't think you can play the false nine there. I don't think it works.
Yeah, it's not the kind of team that needs a false nine, but I think that overall Kiwi's doing a good job. And yeah,
Yeah.
I think coaches are very overrated. I say it all the time. I think there's a ton of average coaches out there, a ton of bad coaches
Yeah.
out there. And it's really, I mean, Inter has so many good players on the team. They know how to play the damn game. I think that they're just fine. They're going to be just fine. Kivu, as long as he provides them with some discipline throughout the week, got him
Yep.
working on the right stuff. doesn't grind them too
Exactly.
hard. I mean, I remember like an interview with Avery. It's like, Alex Ferguson never told me how to play. He just always held me accountable. I mean, these guys have been
That's
playing
what
the
you
game
gotta
their
do,
whole
man.
life. What do you teach them into practice? I mean, I would say some of these guys, especially on Juventus, they probably should be teaching them the basics. But
Yeah,
I,
for
I'm not just
sure.
being insulting. It's actually true because we have bad players. When we have good players,
You
you just
should
manage them.
know
You hold them
what to
accountable.
do. Yeah, you give them a
Yeah,
rough. This is your basic position. These are things I want you to do, and then from there, go do what you gotta do. You should be smart enough to figure it out.
yeah, bench him for a couple games to piss him off, so he comes in the third game when you really need him. And he's all pumped up. That kind of stuff. That's what a good manager does. It's mainly what they're supposed to be. But
He's integrating the youth pretty well too. Like he'll play 1 to 2 per game because that's how you do it. You want to play them with guys who've been there, done that. You don't just put them all in together and see what happens. Like if you look at this team right now,
absolutely,
he played Sommer, Bastoni, Acerbi, and Akanji. DiMarco Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella, Dumfries, Lautaro Martinez, and Boni. The only new guys on the entire roster are Akanji, who's been in top teams for a long time, especially he came from Man City, so he can just that's easy. And Boni, the only youth player that was Boni. That's it. So of course he's going to be doing well and adapting because every single person around him has played that system for years, has been there for years. They got the Inter DNA. That's kind of what I mean. It's on autopilot. Doesn't mean they're remarkable, but the team knows what to do, and that's how you integrate youngsters, 1 or 2 at a time. That's it. That's how you do it. And
yeah.
Key was
Well,
doing a
they're
good
still
job.
living off that culture. They're still living off that culture when that Marotta and Conte built. So
Yeah,
and
and why
that's
wouldn't
that's
they?
good. And of course, I mean they have a chance to win more cups than they did last year. So.
It's good. It's structurally sound. So Inter's kind of coming into their own. But yeah, so they pulled it off. All one goal is all they needed. Let's move on to so Atalanta Lazio 0-0. Not much there. We'll go Milan Fiorentina and then we'll go Juve Como because we're gonna do a couple Juve things here. All right,
I didn't
Milan
see this game. I
Milan
was I was busy,
Fiorentina.
real busy.
I did, so I'll give you my kind of overview.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It was very dry game. I don't think that there really should have been a winner. It was 1-1 for the most part. Leao scored a pretty good goal. Fiorentina's goal came from Gosens. It just was not an amazing game. Both teams did almost nothing the entire time, and then they had the whole penalty. That's like the biggest thing to talk about is the penalty. In my opinion, it's not a penalty at all. So like what happens is
Oh, I saw this. I saw it in the highlights. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not gonna
Jimenez
analyze on
is
highlights.
kind of
I mean,
what
that's
like running. Yeah, I don't have the highlight pulled up, but I'll give a overview for the people watching. Jimenez is going with the ball. Parisi is a little behind him. He puts his hand up. It bounces off of Jimenez's left arm and then goes up into his like left neck area. And then because there's any contact at all, Jimenez puts
oh, he
both
throws
his
himself
hands
to the
on his
ground.
eyes and forehead, which he was never touching his eyes or forehead.
God,
Falls backwards, flops on the ground, screams and cries. They don't call anything. They just keep playing and playing. And then because he laid down long enough and would not get up, he was just incessantly like, "Nope, I'm not getting up." They actually go and look back and do VAR. I think that's entirely wrong. I think that you're like rewarding really bad behavior, and and in my opinion, one should never be a penalty. If that's gonna make somebody fall down, then we're playing a whole new game here, guys. So I really disagree with that. I don't care if
what
it
a
was
joke.
any contact. I mean, guys, you people who've played before, you get bopped here and there in the face or who
Uh,
cares? It happens. It's
I
fine.
wouldn't say that too, but it depends. If you played a different sport, then yes, that doesn't hurt you. But I know
No, but most
you know
people
damn
know,
well
dude.
these soccer guys, they go to the ground and they really believe it, dude. They really believe it.
I
I used to
mean,
think they were all
it
just doing it
stings
for
for like
calls. Like,
what a minute.
nah,
It stings for what a minute,
yeah, they
and his wasn't even
whole different
anything.
pain threshold, buddy.
It was like a hand
Yeah, I don't
brush.
believe. I think he really thought he was hurt because there was a contact, and like, did he get up and hold his tooth?
No,
I saw
it's
Bongiorno do that today. He
yeah.
got up
Oh,
and
these
held his
guys.
tooth. I get that tooth pain, and I just gotta
Yeah,
squeeze
you
it
gotta
while a
hold
tear
it.
runs out of my eye.
You hold it.
Yeah, it makes me feel better.
It's
It's
just
it's
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 just gross,
complete
man.
cowardice.
It's
It's
gross.
it's cowardice.
And I think it should be punished. Like I honestly think I should go. It really should go the other
Totally.
way. I liked Roki's comments afterwards. He's like the ref, leader guy. He said, we're going to be cracking down on this type of stuff. They should never been overturned. It should never been a penalty. That's great. But last week something similar happened, and they still called it and let it go through. I don't think that I'm going to see any difference. If the refs are going to call this the same way, week after week, I don't think there's going to be an actual change. I would love to see a change, and for the over embellisher, the diver, I want them to actually get cards. I think that would drastically change the game. We'd be looking at a way better sport in general. It will never happen though.
You see, You see this happen in a lot of sports, though. A lot of sports are getting softer.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot more penalties, a lot more fouls, and then there's a lot more whining and bitching about, well,
because of it.
we need more consistency. Well, it, you're never going to get it when everything's a foul. When you just tell people to get up, be a man, that leaves you a lot less, gray area. Get up, be
Yeah.
a man. You know,
A
it's pretty
penalty should be
obvious
a
when
big
there's
event, right? Like a penalty should be a big
yeah,
event. You know, it's like, oh my, hey, it's a penalty. This is like a very like huge chance,
prevented
easy
a goal
chance to
from being
score.
scored.
Yes, now it's like
Yes.
anything. If you're last man back, you get red carded now. Even if you're like in the box, it's wild because they've called a couple of these things where they were like just the last man back by a foot or two. You touch their face, it's a pen. It's just wild. It's
I
getting a
don't
bit
even like hand.
outrageous.
A lot of the handball calls in the box, I think, are BS too, unless it actually affected the trajectory of the
Yeah.
ball, prevented an opportunity for the other team to get it. Like the ball's going out of the box anyways, and it brushed against someone's arm. Who cares? Just play on,
Well,
dude.
that's
Fine,
what's
let's
led to
go.
this whole like we call it the prison defense, where like they'll put their arms behind their back and they'll put their butt out, and that's what's led to this whole like totally
Yeah.
unathletic way to play defense because everybody's so paranoid about getting handball. It's changed defenders forever, and it's not good. This is not for the good guys. So yeah. Anyways, I don't think it was a penalty at all. The end result was a Milan win. The one good thing is you did actually see Leao do like take actual onus for once in his Milan career. He's not a penalty taker, and yes, it's a penalty, but he still took it and scored it and won the game. So you never really saw it from him before. So that was good on his part. Two to
Yeah, good for him.
one. Yeah, not much you can say, but Milan did hold the top spot for that week. Things obviously changed this week, but yeah, so they're going to be in contention. All right, let us move forth. So we'll go to Juve Como, and I've got a couple highlights here. So I had the other
Yeah,
ones, but I
baby.
think we'll go to Juve Como first because we're on that week. Boom.
Yeah,
Let's see.
we
Can you
we
see it on
need
your
to spend
screen?
a whole cast on Juventus. Yeah.
We will do
Yes.
a Juve one for sure. We'll go over the game right now, but we'll do a couple highlights here. So I have two highlights from this
Do me a
game, which
favor.
is the two
Can
goals.
you blow that screen up a little more for me or no?
I cannot know that
I'm
it's
on my
maxed out
fat
on
laptop.
OBS for
I
the
don't know.
the
No problem. No
watchers,
problem. No worries.
but you know what happens here. All right, so
Yeah, yo. Cool.
corner kick comes in. Pause pass it to whoever this guy is, and that's where we start.
Some
Play.
guy.
I think this is what Quincy Sal maybe marking him or whoever this is. Cuts it back. Pause. Locatelli does. This is prison defense. He's already in prison defense. I'm not sure you can see it, but he's already doing the hands behind the back. He's just kind of like
Yep.
sauntering towards pause. He's not sprinting at him. Please never sprint at a guy. Never be
No,
intense.
you don't want
Just
to get too close.
yeah, hands behind the back. Now look at the defenders where they're at. Right, they should be able to mark all their guys. Kalulu should be
Oh,
marking
this
this
looks
guy
good.
back here. Whoever this is should be marking him. Kelly should be marking
They're in
this
the right
guy.
spot.
They're good right now, right? Let's just play a couple
They're
seconds and let
positioned
it
for
progress.
success.
All right, now where they at? Okay, so this guy
Oh,
just booked it between them. This guy,
oh,
he's already
yeah, no one
between
sees.
Grom and Kelly. Um,
Yep.
bit of a blur. You can't see
Ran right
this.
in front of Kelly.
This
Yeah.
guy's taking off.
This guy's
Kalulu is
running.
not watching him. He's watching just the ball. Don't watch the guy. Just watch the
Yeah.
ball, please.
No, you gotta watch that ball, dude. It's like golf. Keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah, watch that ball. Oh, all right. Oh, no, this
Oh,
guy's free. The guy was sprinting is totally free. Whoever this guy is coming out, so is letting this guy already get in front of him. So that's done. This guy's marking his man pretty well. I can't give any flack here.
yep. That's Regani, I
This
think.
dude's free, so Trout's marking nobody. Coop is just around this guy, but you know Coop's not actually. This guy wants to get
No, he
around if he
doesn't
can.
mark anybody.
And the
Yeah,
play's happening
Locatelli's in
right
closest
here.
space. Let's cross it off. Kalu's late now because he was watching the ball.
Yep, yeah,
Yeah,
Colton Sal and
fun.
Locatelli couldn't close down pause because they decided to jog, not sprint. There you go, and then boom. There we go. Now, right here you have Lloyd Kelly not watching his man at all. You have Cambiaso, this guy got by him. The marking here is fine on this guy, and then Kalulu.
Yeah, that guy tried to flop and get a call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. Then the
Kalulu.
guy we see who was running way behind Kalulu is now way ahead of him. Kalulu moved from here to here in about 4 seconds, and this guy was here to here. Pretty awesome, right? And that's it.
Oh, beautiful.
That's all it takes.
I
And the
love it.
best part is if this is a
And I love it.
mistake, look who's open.
Can you go back just like a second? There's a
Maybe.
great scene I wanted to show where Coop and Turam are just standing there flat-footed watching.
Like me.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful scene. Watch it come in here. Right, pause it here and just move it forward slow.
I'll move
Look at
forward slow.
34. This right there,
Yeah,
and
I can put a
unmarked.
little bit of a. Yeah, I'll go slow motion. Ready?
Yeah, yeah, slow mo
Yeah,
on
there
it.
you go. Look at that walking.
Yeah, they just stop. They just as soon as the ball
You
goes
see
over
a
the head,
lot.
it's done. My responsibility is over. I don't need to continue. Gee, I hope my teammates got this one.
Yeah, so massive pet peeve for me, and we'll see it when we watch the Juve Real Madrid one.
Yeah,
I would say
we've seen all these.
most defenders these games, regardless of team, yeah, we bash our teams a lot because it's we want them to be better. But most teams do this type of stuff, and it's just a lack of focus, which you see is very abundant in the modern
Yes.
game. The second the player takes a shot, everyone thinks their job is over. They're like, "Whew, all right, play's done. I'm good. I can rest." No, watch for the rebound. Watch where the next danger man is going. Focus until the ball is cleared out of your zone. And you
If
see it
someone's
right
near
here.
you, mark them up. Get close. Get on them. Make their life difficult. We analyze a lot of these, and I know people like to really talk about tactics and makes them seem really smart and stuff. And there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
dude,
don't
I
think
love
we've ever
tactics.
done these. Yeah, me too. But we're so below the realm of even talking
Yeah,
about
dude.
tactics. It's true.
And no, I for
At
I
this
just I
point,
agree. I agree.
the modern game is so freaking bad that we are doing basics right now.
Yeah,
Like, guys, just
mark
care.
your man.
Try.
Watch
Don't
where the
ball
danger is going to
watch.
come from. Exactly. Don't
If you're
overrun.
flat-footed, yeah, if you're flat-footed, like pretend like your body just got shocked, like a shock collar. We got to do something whenever you're flat-footed. You need to realize that and move. If someone's near you, an opponent, get on them, get tight. Get
Overcommitting to the
tight.
ball.
It's
Like
not going to hurt you.
the guys see the ball, they run right at it. They don't think about, hey, maybe this guy's going to cut back. Maybe I should slow down and actually like square up a bit, get on the balls get on the balls of my feet, and actually get ready to turn, just like a good athlete would. Nope, they just run straight
Right
to it, and
behind
if
you.
they miss the challenge, they're done. So you see all the time.
Right behind you. Just take a quick check. Do a scanning. Remember the scanning drill, guys? Do your little scanning.
No, this is not
It's the
something they do,
basics.
man.
It truly is. And I don't think we've analyzed. I think we've done about 50 goals now at least. And I don't think there's been more than like one or two that were straight up down to tactics. It's
It's
99% of the
mainly
time it's
down to
basic.
focus and
Yeah,
lack of intelligence. Seriously, like across the
100%.
board. And as
Absolutely.
we say, this is not just our teams. This is across the board, across the game. I
Yeah.
still say the same. I don't know of a single defender I would personally classify as world class right now. Nowhere close.
Oh no, not a single one of them. No. And this Como team, this was a team that Juve should have done much better against because they're very sloppy. They leave a lot of space to play.
Yep.
We should have been able to capitalize it, but we were so much sloppier than them. And I just want to like send this out there for everyone who thinks a formation is going to change your life. Better change the formation. We went with the formation that the
The four
fans were
three
asking
three.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you think you know what you're doing when you're sitting at your computer, and you think you know better than the guys and I'm not saying Tudor's a good coach and is doing the right stuff, but he knows his system. Let him
Yeah.
just
He
play it.
knows how to coach
That's what
one
he
system.
knows.
Just let him do it. He's not an amazing coach.
This
Let him be basic.
no,
Fine.
this 4-3-3 was a disaster, an
Absolute
absolute
disaster. Juve played
disaster.
terrible. Bad game.
Yes, yes.
I mean, it was what?
We can't do.
I'll list off the lineup. You had Di Arroyo, Cambiaso, Kelly Rugani, Kalulu.
Let's look at the back
There's
line.
one good defender back there, and that's actually
Yes.
Rugani. I've been watching him the past few games. I've seen this, and that's the way I've always thought about him. I feel nowadays, maybe back when he was very first coming out, he wasn't the most amazing defender. Nowadays, I think he's actually like Juve's best defender. He's smart. He's always looking around.
Oh yeah.
Like he marks his guy well. He rarely makes mistakes. I think he's quite a good defender. He's just not like a sexy name, so he's not going to get a lot of
He is
applause.
absolutely our best defender. We need him more than we need Bremer. And that's I'm sorry, but it's true. Bremer was present for all our big blowout games. He doesn't solve our problems. He doesn't. He is the best, most athletic defender we have, and I would play him and Rugani next to each other. That's my 1 and 2. But we need Rugani. I know that stings, but he's the smartest guy we got.
Yeah,
Is he
I
great? Nope.
think if you get your
But
team
he's not dumb.
healthy, you run a three-man back line with Rugani, Bremer, Gotzi. I think that's what you should run.
Yes,
So I
that's
mean,
exactly what we should do. Yes.
all right. Then you
Yeah. But
have
the problem
Turam.
too is the midfield
But
in front of that. Real
yeah,
quick, the midfield in front of that
that's where I was going with.
is complete poop.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
Turam,
okay. Yeah,
Loca,
you're
and
reading the more.
Coop is what you're at next, and you just can't find a spot for Coop. which is a sign, guys. He doesn't belong. He should never be even on
Really
the field.
useless.
He shouldn't be a sub. He shouldn't be a starter. He should have been sold already. He doesn't belong here at Juve at all. He can go have a decent career on like a mid to lower table team. That's fine, but he doesn't belong here. You can't stick this guy in midfield, in my opinion. If you're gonna play him at all, he needs to be in like a 3-5-2 as like that second striker, so he can't hurt the team. But you're not gonna take out Yildiz, so
I
he
agree.
really should never play. He needs to be farthest away from the goal as possible because he does no defensive work. He's very lazy, and he might bang in like a good shot because he has a decent foot. That's it. That's cool.
Totally agree.
You can't play the guy.
This is and I know a lot of people are really excited about him, and they keep referencing how good he was at Atalanta. It's like, listen, guys, if someone isn't a hard competitor, if they don't have that grit to their game, I don't want them on our team. And
Yeah,
there's a
it's
lot
really
of people
not
that have a
Juve
big, strong
style.
leg.
It's not
No,
Juve style player.
he was never technically amazing. He was never great at tackling. He had a big, strong kick, guys.
Well, a
And
lot of
and we
people
need to
at
stop watching
Atalanta
YouTube
flatter to
videos.
deceive. A lot of people at Atalanta flatter to deceive because there's so many players that come from there that look amazing, then end up not being good. Like just the very next season when they go somewhere. Plus, he was in a season that's very plug and play, or a team that's very plug and play. If Juve was literally a top level team, and they just like subbed him on in like an attacking mid second
Yeah.
striker spot, he'd probably be totally fine. Juve is not a top level team. Juve is struggling, and every person, and if you don't bring in a top class player there, he's not going to be good. Like you can't have basic players on Juve right now. You need to be upgrading quality big time, and that's not going to
Well,
happen here.
and what position in the table did Atalanta finish the year he was there and the
I
year
don't know.
after?
They're
I mean,
probably
that's
like
not
the
where
top four, maybe something like that.
it's not
They've
good
been top
enough.
four for
That's
a while.
that the
Yeah,
We fired our coach last year because we were top four. We fired our coach before that because we were top four. It's not good enough for Juve.
yeah. He
You
just
need to.
had like a really good season, is all it was. So like, he was like when you looked at Atalanta, there were two names that stood out. I don't know what season it was, but it was basically him and Lukman who were like the guys that were like on fire for Atalanta that season.
I mean,
So
Ederson was their best midfielder.
yeah, but
The runs
Ederson's
way more important.
always an unsung hero though. Like,
It's
he
it's
doesn't
like
make
let's
headlines.
stop on the YouTube highlight reel analysis. Let's stop with that.
Eh,
I think we get these
what people
highlight
do,
reels.
man.
There's a lot of people that make great clips too. I mean,
Oh yeah,
sometimes I watch them, I get jacked up as well, and I start to chub up and I reach for the KY.
yeah, you
But
do.
that's not how you no. That's not how you seriously analyze a player, though. And I think that's usually
Yeah,
how
sometimes you
people
gotta
don't
pass like the full eye test. You gotta
realize.
watch a few games and actually watch what
Yeah.
they're doing when they don't have the ball or when you know the team's not high flying. So, let's get into the
The guy you
second
want to go
Juve
to
Como
battle with.
clip. So yeah, second
Oh,
Juve Como
beautiful.
clip. So what happened prior to this? I'll give a little bit of a backdrop here. Lulu was on the left side of the field for some reason. He's driving up the field. He was in the box. They lose the ball, and now Como was on the break. All right. So you have Cambiaso here running to get back. Thuram probably jogging to get back because he doesn't ever really book it to get back. Defenders
Yeah,
are
really.
way up, over this
Yeah,
way.
they're gone.
Besides Rugani, that's the only defender you're gonna see back.
Well, it's just Kelly. Yeah, it's only Rugani. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly's up there. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Our ball goes out to Paz. Okay, we got Rugani over here. He's fine. Cambiaso's running to get back to Ram. I mean, these guys should be able to close on this space before Paz gets there. Paz is not
Gas
very
is
fast,
booking it here.
kind of. Looking
He's,
at.
he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's
No, he's
fine right
getting there. He's
here.
timing it out right.
Look how much
Yeah, that's
slower
fine.
Thuram
He's
has
overrunning it.
become. Like you don't even
Yeah.
see in the picture anymore. He is
He
just
doesn't want
totally
to get
sauntering.
involved.
No, he should be
Yep.
closed up right here. Cambiaso should be watching in case he goes this way, and Thuram should be watching the cutback. Thuram should be right here, but he's not.
That's really complicated stuff for these guys, dude.
Yeah.
We're
Oh look,
talking
cutback
geometry.
happens as every player in the modern game does. It's very rare to have somebody drive to the byline and actually cause something. Everybody cuts back and shoots. Cutback happens. Thuram is just a little too late because he didn't run
Oh,
hard
there you
enough.
go. Yep.
Rugani is marking. He's fine, and this is okay. This guy's wide open,
Yeah, Rugani's great. He's doing a great job.
and
Yeah,
honestly,
this guy
just an awesome
tracking back
shot.
isn't even marking Rugani. Isn't even marking this late runner too. He just
Yeah,
running back.
McKenny. Yeah,
Mechanic just not even
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. But hey, that's kind of just showing a little bit of awesome defending there,
Yeah,
and
that's not tactics, though,
lack of
guys. I mean, yeah.
midfield desire.
Well, why is I don't know why Kalulu's over there. I don't know where Kelly is. I mean,
Sloppy team,
this
man.
is.
It's a sloppy team.
I don't think when Tudor was drawing that up on the blackboard,
Yeah, that wasn't
that
his
was
play
one of the
design.
plays, guys. Yeah, that wasn't the annexation of Puerto Rico. He was busting out there, guys. He was just That's just what the players decided to do, and he's probably popping a vessel on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean that's like you can't coach that out. Like I don't think you could.
Oh,
Like, what is a great coach going to do with that, dude?
nothing. I mean, a great coach is not going to have those players. A great coach brings in his guys, and his
Yep,
guys set the tone. And
yep,
they always have a couple guys that they bring in, and that's why great coaches don't take over at midseason. They have a couple guys that they bring in, and they get it solved.
yep.
That's what they do.
So
Simple as that. Or
that
they
was
lock down the
the
defense first.
the Juve Como disaster, and they slipped
Mhm.
further down on the table here. That's really the last game I want to cover from that one. We'll move into Champions League, which happened midweek, and then we'll end with today's game,
Oof.
Napoli-Inter. Standing
Yes.
wise, leaving that one, Juve a nice what they have 12 points. Season they're in eighth.
7th place, baby.
Fantastic.
Eighth place.
Eighth place.
Yes.
Very
Good.
strong outing.
Good work.
Excellent. Top level.
Yes. Tons of goals conceded too. That's what I'm really proud of.
Juve's,
That's the
yeah.
Juve way.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I heard someone say, and I think they're one of the more popular streamers, but they say Juve's DNA isn't defense. Juve's DNA is winning.
That's
Okay,
terrible.
how do you go about? It's so juvenile.
You know,
I'm
I
like, no,
hear that.
guys,
I hear that stuff all the time. You know, it's like I don't know,
platitudes.
everything's about winning because it sounds tough, right? It sounds
Winning.
tough,
It does
but
sound tough, right? It
come on,
sounds
man.
tough.
You know, it's
Yeah, come on, Nick.
yeah.
Yeah, put
Well,
the team's better down. Let's
I'm
do
not
that.
gonna go on a huge rant about it, but we'll just move forward here.
I want to talk
I
about,
hear it a lot.
no, we're getting into. I want to get into the Juve thing one day though, because
Oh no,
this is
we'll
the
do a whole Juve cast.
continuation.
We'll do a whole Juve cast.
It's
It
deja
deserves it.
vu from
Yep.
last year, and we've been saying this over and over. It's the most predictable thing ever, and there's a reason we've been able to predict it. It's not fucking magic. We're not special. It's just a matter of blocking out all the BS that gets
Yeah,
that people
we don't
ingest
get
and
hyped,
just focusing on
okay?
the core problem.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
as you
we
can
don't
probably
get
tell.
hyped and drink the Kool-Aid. So,
Nope.
yeah, Juve
We don't
deserves
respect the game or the
its
players enough
own
to do that.
time. So we'll do a whole like what's wrong
Yeah.
with Juve cast. We'll delve deep. We'll
Yes.
go everything from transfers to games. So we'll kind of get into that. All right, let's
Yeah.
go
I want knuckles
with
deep.
the midweek Champions League. We'll start with the absolute blowout, 6-2 PSV over Napoli. Wild stuff there. I mean, Napoli's lineup
Oh yeah.
on
This was.
paper is fine. They have what Milinkovic, Savic, Spinazzola, Buongiorno, and Bokema, Di Lorenzo, Gilmore, McTominay, De Bruyne, and Gisa Politano and Luca. Of course, their best player McTominay gets 2 goals. Even when they were playing terrible, he still pops in with 2 goals because he's an awesome player
Yeah.
and has a ton of desire, which we'll get into in the Napoli Inter game. And they played against
Yeah.
PSV, man. PSV is not some remarkable team, and they should have been able to handle them. But hey, 6-2. So we will start with right now the game is 1-1 is where we're gonna kind of start here. Okay, first highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, all goes through.
Show me the way, Kimosabi.
Okay, Luka goes down, and the play breaks here. So Bokema right here goes in and makes a really sloppy pass. Right, this is you can't take this off. You can't make a mistake here because you know you're one of the
I don't
last
know
guys
what
back,
he's
right?
even doing.
And so he makes a
Yep.
pass. He's trying to pass to whoever this is, maybe Di Lorenzo, but he doesn't. He does not put enough on it. He doesn't chip over guys' foot. He doesn't care enough to kind of make it
This is
hard enough. It's just very lackadaisical.
just a stupid play. Yeah.
It's just lazy in my opinion,
No, zero
right?
safety, zero awareness of where you are on the field too. The responsibility you have. You have a different. Here, what we use the term tactics. You have a different tactical responsibility when you're like the second to last man back
Yeah.
than you do when you're the striker. You could take more risks. You know, this is just a complete irresponsibility. And then who's this on the ball here?
Gilmore,
Gilmore.
Gilmore, dude slides, gets there
Okay.
right, and now this. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not gonna get harp too much on Modorno here. I think I don't think he's been good recently, and that's fine. He's just come back from injury. He needs more game
Let's just his
time.
first game back. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 2 choices here. You stay with this guy and try to play 2-on-1, or 1-on-2 defense, and then you try to slow him down and mess with him as the ball comes and hope your teammate can catch one of them. Or you go at this ball and you attack it. He chooses to go at it and attack it. He chooses pretty quickly, but he just isn't
Yep.
fast enough right now to kind of get there, and that changes
He just needs
everything.
to commit right there.
He doesn't commit
He needs to
alpha.
slide
Yeah,
that.
you're right. No,
He's got to commit.
he just kicks his foot out. He needs to go all in, right? If you're gonna go for that ball, you
Yep.
know it's over anyways, right? So you gotta go.
Yeah. And yeah, I'd like to see more hustle back too, but it's probably over already at this point, and it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
Both boys
I
shouldn't have been
think
in that spot.
as the running back too, he doesn't bust his ass to get back. Spina does because Spinazzola is like that. He's a good player. Spinazzola's been excellent,
Yeah.
right? So Spinazzola's like, look at the hustle, right? Look at his head back. He's booking it. He's giving everything he has.
Oh yeah, baby.
Buongiorno is jogging. He messed up, right? Welcome
Yep.
jogging. He messed up.
Yep.
It's a pet peeve of mine. I say it. I don't know. Almost every cast. When you make a mistake, you need to work twice as hard to help your teammates out because you just caused that.
Don't you feel ashamed and want to fix it?
Well, the answer is these guys don't. There you go.
No, they don't.
And
So
then
he
of
takes
course
some
it's
self-standard.
a good barrier from Sabari. So I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, but the only guy who actually tried hard on that was Spinazzola. Buongiorno didn't fully commit. And both their center backs had a pretty big mistake there. We move
Yep.
to next clip. Oh, sorry, this is actually the same one here, so we don't need to go. This is when he does a little bad pass here.
Yeah, it was so stupid.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. All right, ball through ball. This is 2-1 now. PSV's up. Ball goes through. Buongiorno here. Bokama here. Midfield is. I don't know what's happening here, man. A
We'll
four-man
talk
clump.
about McTominay out wide. Yeah, we'll talk about McTominay out wide in a moment.
What's this
And
four-man
where De
clump?
Bruyne is.
Crazy.
This is
The Bruyne is. You
unusual for
can't see
them.
him. The Bruyne is just off screen right here.
Zombo's
What's happening
their
here?
entire midfield is. Yep. Yeah, this is just
Pina
it's a
is
bad
up here.
game.
He's come back from the play. Yeah, this is rough here.
Yep.
There's nobody here. Even though this doesn't
Yep.
really get involved, still, where's the guy? Buongiorno gets smoked, and then this guy's open here. Full timeout, I think, does actually run to try and cover him.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll get there, and then it just goes between. But I do want to say, Di Lorenzo and Bokama here do not get on
Yep.
man here. They don't go right on Dennis Man. They give him too much space, and that is also their fault. So yes, Buongiorno was largely to blame, but so was Bokama and Di Lorenzo.
I mean, that ball shouldn't have gotten crossed. Shouldn't have made it that far
Exactly.
across the field, the box.
It's not all on one
Absolutely
person.
not. I mean, shit happens, and yeah, I mean, there's a reason that Conte pulled Bokuma.
He hasn't been
He
good.
knows what's going on. Yeah.
So and
Knows
then
what's
goes
going
in,
on.
just sloppy. Now, Napolitano, I will say, as we all know, is a very hard worker. He's one guy you can actually count on to do it, and he did cover his man. So if that ball trickled through, he was there. So which I'm glad to
That's
see
why
that
he
because you
starts,
don't see it
guys.
a lot. Yeah, no, he was good, but yeah, the three people there were Giorno, Bocum, and Di
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
I mean, even Milinkovic should have got out. I mean, no one was good in this game.
Milinkovic was bad this
I think
game.
Spinazzola. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Milinkovic was
I
bad
think
this
that
game.
McTominay and Spinazzola were very good this game, and that's about it.
They're almost always like, no matter what, they're always good.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just depends on what the rest can kind of do. So, and we get to the last one here. This is just I want to highlight. I know that Milinkovic Savic had a great year last year. I don't think he's been that amazing. This is a great shot from Dennis Mann, but look how close this ball actually comes to Milinkovic Savic. Didn't try.
He didn't even see it coming.
No,
He's
he didn't see it
sleeping.
coming. It's great. It was a really hard shot, but he didn't even try. Like,
He's just thinking about combing his beard.
this isn't in the corner. I don't know.
No,
It's not in the
that's
corner. Look
a
at that.
horrible effort.
So yeah.
Horrible effort. Which
Anyways,
goal was that? This is the fourth?
I don't know which one this was, but yeah, this is like goal 4 or 5 or something like that. It's one of the 6. All right, it's just bad, man. This is goal 4. It's goal 4.
Well,
Yeah. Anyways,
the problem is, it was what 3-1 at the time that
3 to
Luka got
1
red carded at
though.
76 minutes.
Yeah, 3 to
It's
1,
three to
and then
one.
Luca
Luka gets
gets
red
carded.
carded,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I remember, McTominay scores, making it 3-2. So they're
So
getting
no
back in the
no
game,
no. It
right?
was 4-2. No, so Luca gets red card for
4-2.
sure,
Okay.
and then Man scores to make it
Yeah.
4-1. McTominay scores to make it 4-2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were out of it. I
listen,
mean,
guys,
once the thing
everyone's
is,
freaking out.
once Man scored though, it was over. Like you can come back
Yeah.
from 3-1. You can one goal, boom, it's 3-2. You're back into it. Luca
And you're red
gets
carded.
carded, which is done now. So now 3-1 is a mountain decline. Whereas you can maybe tie a game. Now he gets carded, and then boom, they get this goal where there's zero effort. So
Yeah.
bad game
Yeah,
from Napoli.
it's done. So
Yeah,
it spirals out of control. It happens. This was particularly bad, but it doesn't. It's fine. It's week 3 of Champions League.
Formation is kind of what they've been running. Milinkovic, Travis, Spinazzola, Buongiorno, Boca, Di Lorenzo, Gilmore, and then the four across the midfield: McTominay, De Bruyne, Anguissa, Politano, and then Luke up top. I don't love this midfield setup. I think McTominay is by far away their best player, and he just can't get as involved out there. He does the best he can, but I don't like it. I honestly think that one of the I know De Bruyne is injured now, so we'll go back to how it was, but I think that one of those three people should be sitting each game, whether it's De Bruyne or an Anguissa or even Gilmore, but he kind of has to play the D mid role. So really, it should
Well,
always be McTominay, and then you should choose: do you want De Bruyne or do you want Anguissa based on the game, or Gilmore?
I disagree. I think it's fine. I don't think you have a better option out there than, I mean, I think he fixed it for the Inter game. I think we saw a much better setup where he switched. He put De Bruyne out wide and put McTominay in the middle. And that's totally fine because it's not like they stay in those positions, dude. They got Spinazzola overlapping on the left. They drift inside. It's just in defensive. He likes to defend in the 6-3. So, and that's at least that's what he's been doing. So, I think that solved a lot of the problem because McTominay in the middle, especially defensively, covers up all these clips that we show of like runners not getting picked up from the
Yeah,
midfield.
McTominay does
McTominay
that. I
picks these
think
guys up.
out wide,
Yeah,
it's not as effective. There's just not as much to do out
yeah,
there. You can't be as impactful, and that's not where you want your smart players. I mean, you want your smart players in the middle of the field. And so I
totally
don't
agree.
like him out wide. Yes, you can alternate the two and have De Bruyne kind of go there and shift attacking mid. Personally, though, for me,
Yeah.
I thought that they actually played better against Inter when after De Bruyne got injured. That's just me though, but and I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean, it's yeah. McTominay was incredible, and but most importantly, even with De Bruyne out there, and that change made a big difference. And defensively, they were stout. They were
yeah,
controlling the game. They looked a lot better in that setup, and they didn't stink it up like they did against McCall. I'd also like to make some more excuses for them because I think they've earned them. Um, they have Lukaku out, Labaka out, Rahmani out,
knock money out.
Buongiorno just coming back from an injury.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're in first place in Serie A with all that. If
No,
any
no,
other team had
it's
that many injuries out, we'd be making excuses. They'd be like, oh,
they've
well, that's why they're
they've
in first place with
totally
all those
got
injuries.
a
Maybe.
lot of stuff going against them. I just don't love this. I would personally just stick with a 4-3-3 and go and play Neres out
But then who's your
wide.
winger? No,
Neres Politano.
no, he doesn't play good enough. Doesn't play good enough defense.
I'd run Neres
Theirs is
Politano.
not tactically.
That's
That's
what
what
I'd
they were
run. We
saying
can
last
disagree.
year.
We don't have
It
to agree
never
here.
worked.
Yeah,
It
we don't
never
have to
worked.
agree
I'd
here.
have De Bruyne over Neres anytime.
Then
I'd bring Neres on late,
if he has to play,
no problem.
then I would play him as a second striker or attacking mid, De Bruyne. I don't think that he has not, in my opinion, worked for the defensive phase of the game, and Napoli's looked, in my opinion, more sloppy this year. They're kind of muscling through some games here. Yes, they're still in first place, but all the other Serie A teams are beating the crap out of each other too. So it's not like
I think their sloppiness is definitely due to their injuries, dude. I mean, they had Rahmani and Buongiorno out for a majority of the season.
well, true, and Lobotka especially, like he does control that whole midfield. He's
Yeah,
excellent positionally too. So that's a big loss.
that's that's I think their primary issue here. I think you definitely start De Bruyne over Neres all day long.
He's a better
I
player. I
do.
mean, De Bruyne is a top class player, but I just don't love that you have to shove McTominay out wide. That's my issue. My issue's not
No,
necessarily
you
with De
don't have to.
Bruyne.
I think he just figured it out. I
I
think he just figured it out. I think the last game, the Inter game, he switched
yeah,
them completely. And that's how you do it.
I wonder if there's a way to kind of run it a little bit more narrow, but they probably wouldn't because I
He
think
doesn't.
he likes defending a
He
certain
does it
way.
anyways. Well, yeah, he does it in the offensive zone. De Bruyne is not playing out wide. He's
No,
getting in the
he's
middle,
always in
and
the
it's
middle.
fine.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. He's always in the middle.
not
The
static.
issue is always McTominay, but now that he's able to be a little more
Yeah.
central, is helping. So, well,
Yeah. They figured out an offense. It was a defense that was really killing them because last year they had like the best defense in Serie A by, I think, a decent margin, and this year, then I don't even think they're close to that.
yeah, this
I
year
think they've let up a
they've
ton of
already let
goals.
up 8 goals this year, which is I
And
mean
last
it's
year at this time, it was like
not good.
2. It was crazy difference. I think the first game they had a stinker, and then after that they just completely locked it down defensively. It has not been that defensive freaking steel wall that they had last year. But I think today, or yeah, I guess we're not doing the Inter game today, right? But I think
Oh, we are. Yeah,
that game
we're gonna do
showed
the Inter game
what they can
again.
do.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Inter game. We'll end with that. Yeah, I mean, last year they let up 27 goals total, which was the best. The next closest team was Inter at 35, so about 8 goal difference there between them. Right now, I mean, God, if you look at how it's already stacking up, Inter has already led 11 goals. It's crazy. There's only a couple teams below Inter: Pisa, Lecce, Torino,
Sloppy league.
and Udinese. They've let like the fifth most goals in the league. Inter, and they're in third. I mean, Napoli's got 8. That's not great. So it's kind of wild. But it's a
Oh yeah,
wild league this year. I think the teams are really going to beat each other up this year. It's gonna be a sloppy league.
it's so modern.
Yeah, very modern, very modern. All right,
Love it.
let's go into Juve, Real Madrid. So the other Champions League game here on the state. I'm not gonna cover the Inter one. They played. I forget the team they played. Very
No.
easy team, and they cleaned up as they should. 3-0. I think Pio Esposito got a good goal once again. He was doing a good job integrating 1 to 2 youngsters at a time. I like
Yeah.
what he's doing. That's why they're both performing.
I think he was doing a good job.
Yeah, both of their I like their striker core. I mean, they've got 2 really top class players in Thuram and Lautaro, and they've got really bright youngsters in Boni and Pio Esposito. So it's good. All
Funny.
right, we go to this play now. Juve played a lot better this game. So against Real Madrid, they went back to the 3-man back line. They went back to what Tudor knows, and as we called, they of course they're going to be better. What did you think about Juve's performance here before we get into the clip?
So it's perfect timing because there was a big debate in Juve circles: is it coaching? Is it player? I mean it's both, obviously, but what's more to blame? I always say it's the players because this is now the third coach in what 3 years, and we still stink. So and we're actually getting worse. So
It's players and it's also top down, just from
yeah.
management down.
So structurally, this formation, these tactics, this is how you play this game. This is how you play this game against Real Madrid. They're
Yep.
better than you. You know that. I know people are like, Juve should never. This is where we are now, guys. This isn't the Juve from 10 years ago. This is the new Juve. We have a bunch of average players, and I don't think Madrid's that good. I think,
No, they're not
in
amazing right
modern
now.
terms they are, but like, come on, man, look at those Real Madrid teams of the past. This ain't those teams
Look at their
anymore.
current team. I'll just go
But
over this right now. Courtois, yes, Courtois is top class. Valverde, I think he's top
yeah,
class too. Militao,
yep,
he's up there. He's a good
nope.
defender. Asensio, Carreras,
Hey,
no. Diaz, Tchouameni, no. Goulier, talent. Vinicius,
nope.
yes. Bellingham, yes. Mbappe, yes. That's like 5 players out of 11. That's not a lot, guys. That's a far cry from
Yeah,
the Madrid
exactly.
of the past. So, not amazing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not thrilled. I'm not psyched about that team, but it was a good setup. I still don't understand what the hell Coop Myers is doing in the starting lineup.
But
And
he is pushed up as one of the 2 attacking mids. They played a
no, no,
3-4-2-1
that's
type
not
of
where he
deal.
was.
He wasn't
No,
there?
no, no, no. It was a 3-5-2. He played in the deep line playmaker role
Oh, really?
instead of Locatelli.
Yeah.
Yes, he played in Locatelli's
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would like to see the game played with a cone instead, and see if the cone would have at least not moved out of the way.
Yeah, I'm still trying
I'm
to get
not
him
just
up there,
trying to be
man.
funny.
I'm trying to get him up top, but
Dude,
yep, of course, yeah. No, I
no,
know.
no, they're dropping him back
Yep.
as a now he's. They have tried him as a regista before. He
He
has no
sucks
vision.
as a regista.
He
Just
can't
stop playing him
tackle. He
there.
doesn't know where to stand. He's so bad. He was completely useless
He's a lazy
as
guy, man.
expected. And the thing that pisses me off the most is, okay, we give Locatelli a lot of shit, and deservedly so.
For sure.
He is our best midfielder.
Yeah.
So in
And
our
he
biggest game of the
he definitely
year
was
on
last year.
paper, they benched him for no reason.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
were like, I guess,
yeah.
got in an argument with him or whatever, and like some juvenile bitch.
I
He
mean, look,
benches him. It's like, dude,
I'm no big Luka fan. I think he's a very average player, and
he is.
on a real Juve team, he should be a bench player, right? That's how it goes. But
Yes.
on this current Juve, he is your best option at D mid until you get a real D mid, and then Locatelli should actually play center mid. That's what should happen. But until that time, he's still your best option there.
He's our best midfielder, period. And we need to have him on the field in these games.
Yep, you definitely don't
He's
need
our
Coop there.
captain for whatever that means anymore. But yeah, and so you pull out our best midfielder and you put in our worst midfielder. I mean,
Yep,
Odzic, the kid,
it's
18-year-old
better
kid, has
for
had
sure.
better performances than Coop Miners.
I will
You could
say
have more
your shape
justification
was
for playing
good though.
that guy. Shape was
He
correct.
had the team trained pretty well. Like almost every time when
Yes.
I was watching this game, the team was back. They were defending space. They were actually
Yes.
marking their man. So, and that's why Real Madrid didn't do as much as you would think they would, right? And Juve is playing them
Yep.
hard. You can expect this though from Juve. They'll like just shit the bed against Como, but then they'll actually play well against a big team. Don't
Well,
expect them to
it's
win,
easy
but
to
they'll play well.
motivate players. Yeah, it's easy to motivate a bunch of mercenaries to play well in games that have big TV viewership because it goes better on their
Yeah, of course.
Instagrams and stuff like that. No one cares about Como, but it's Real Madrid. This is why you want to be part of Juve. That's why you want to
Yeah.
kiss the badge.
That's why you play the game
So
in the modern days is to kind of play in these
yeah,
big games. So yeah, it's easy to motivate for
yeah,
these for sure. But I mean, overall, like I thought they played very structurally sound. They had their chances too. I
yes,
mean, Juve definitely had some
oh
chances.
totally. This
Courtois came back with some really big saves, so this was a good game for the most part,
you have to make the most of your chances.
especially against a
You
better
really
team.
do. It's the name of the game. This was not. This was simple tactics. It was the right call on tactics. It was the wrong call on personnel in terms of Coop Miners. I thought McKennie was good. McKennie is he's very much he works his ass off. Totally average player. I appreciate it. Is he smart? No. Is he talented? No. Does he work his ass off? Yes.
Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have that any day than watch Turam stand and watch someone dribble past him. Watch Turam fail to make a forward pass to wide open Yildiz.
I mean, I think
This
if you
I
run a 3-man mid, he might have to play in there if you're trying to be a little more stout. If you have like
yeah,
Locatelli, McKennie, Thuram, I think that's gonna be better. Right? Thuram should
that's
have
our
the
best
freedom
midfield.
to go forward more, and then McKennie should
That's our
play like
best midfield.
that true box to box role, and then Locatelli should sit back if you're running it like
Well,
that.
you're already asking McKennie to do a lot of game reading, which is dangerous.
I mean, hey,
Be,
he's
beware.
of those three. Hey, he's gonna be the one
Yes.
who works the hardest. So there you go.
Oh, that's definitely our best midfield. When Moretti comes back, I'd like to see him. But I thought the setup was correct. I thought Cambiasso had a good game.
Gatti
I thought
had a
Yildiz,
great shot. He's one of UA's
Gatti was
best
great.
attackers this year.
Gatti and Rugani are excellent. Well, I think I would like to see a statistic, by the
I
way.
want to put Gatti at striker.
On I
Seriously.
want to see between Gatti and Kelly and Cabal, how many defenders have scored goals versus how many of our attackers have scored goals.
Probably pretty close. It's probably pretty close.
I think it's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
And I know we had some goal fest, but I think the attackers are kind of spread out. I think our defenders are right up there with them, especially combined. I think
You should just run them up
that's how
top
bad it
anyways,
is.
man. Why not?
Well, especially Kelly. Kelly,
Let's break the
he can't
mold.
defend for beans. Kelly can score, baby.
Let's
Can
break
he
the
play
mold.
defense? Not a chance. Yeah, I switch it up. I mean, if
He's
Vlahovic
not
is
even
going to vary,
slow. Why not put Kelly as like a wing back on the left side and see what he does, and put Cambias on the right side and bench Kalulu? Right. Why not?
he can't be worse there. Well, this is so. I know that Kalulu gets some shit because he's not a good attacker. Well, he's not a good defender either. That's
No,
why
he's
he's out
not.
wide, not playing in the center, and not playing the center back role. And I think it was a good move to put Kalulu out there against Vinicius
Yeah,
to
no, it
help
was.
out Gatti. And you also had McKennie, who's not super fast, but he's a hell of a lot faster than Coop. Also help because there's a lot of speed over there.
Yeah.
That they're certainly. I think that was a good move.
What
And I
some will
know that the
say.
Jao.
Good.
No, you finish.
So to say, even with all that there was a clip that I pulled up a little bit ago. I don't have it for this one, but it was the ball got launched over and Vinny ran on. He beats Kalulu. He beats Gatti. They both get spoke. But Rugani goes on and defends him the way that I always want to see people defend fast guys. You don't go and try to make that challenge on him because a good crafty player who's actually a good athlete is going to smoke you. You might get that challenge right a couple times, but you get it wrong, you're done. Ryan doesn't lunge
Right.
in. He doesn't make the challenge that both Kalulu and Gatti made because that's how they play. They're aggressive. He kind of steps at him a little bit, backs away, steps at him straight, backs away. He slows the whole play down. Vinicius doesn't try to get around him because he's like, oh shit, this is going to be hard. Waits, he backs up, he passes the ball to the middle, plays dead. And it would have been a breakaway if he would have aggressively went at him and Vinny would have smoked him. It's something
You mean he was
that
aware of his
people
surroundings?
probably, and he's aware of his abilities and who he's playing.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by having a smart defender,
Shocking.
and it's something that is so rarely seen these days. And nobody would ever look at that and say, "Oh, that's a good highlight." But I wish I had it up, but I had it the other day when I was
That's
preparing
the kind of
back
stuff we
there.
should show. Because we show a lot of, and we could show a million clips about how bad these
Yeah,
players are. 'Cause
it's actually a really
really are.
good thing.
We
Yeah,
should show them what good looks like. Yeah, because I don't think I think, when people see like a big slide tackle or
yeah, it
a
looks great.
powerful header or a goal. They're like, that's a good defender. It's like, no, let's show you why our team lets in much less goals with Rugani out there than with Bremer.
It's
Here's the
the
difference.
nuance is what I love to see, and
Yeah.
truthfully, which is why I'm always so big on Gabia, which I know we don't feel the same on, but because he does the similar type of stuff, and why I respect Rugani
No,
because
I
he's
think
smart.
Gabi and Rugani are similar. I think we came to agreement at the end of the thing. 'Cause I said you think Gabbia is the smartest defender in Serie A
100%
and
right now,
and
currently.
one of the best. And I think that he's a totally average player. I think he has good games and bad games, but I equate him to Rugani. I think him and Rugani are very similar players to me. And you go, but Rugani is probably your best defender. I go, hey, you know what? You're right.
In
Maybe everyone's just
this
so
current day
damn
and
dumb
age,
now.
I don't think Rugani when he came out was he was very promising, but he never wasn't amazing because he was competing against um, Bonucci, Chiellini. He's competing against
Yeah.
these guys. Now those guys are gone. That generation is over. Now the new generation is this where everybody just goes forward. So he actually is one of the best guys out there.
No, I think you're right. I think we come to an agreement. I think that yeah, I think you're correct that him and Rugani are probably some of the better defenders in Serie A right now, at least on the bigger teams. And
I would love to see
yeah,
Juve
it's
get Bremer back and actually play Rugani next to him and see what happens. I think it's gonna be very
they
good.
won't. They're gonna play Kelly.
I know
Rugani's gonna sit the
he's got
bench
a
again.
thing for me. Tudor loves the guy.
Yeah, and we're gonna get up like 15 goals in 3 games or whatever, and everyone's
Crazy
gonna
stuff.
still eat Bremer's oats. Yeah,
Yeah. So, anyways, I thought they played a lot better game. They looked
yeah.
controlled. They looked composed. They were really defending hard. Like they weren't letting a lot of space through. And then I got this clip here because the one thing you can count on, and I didn't think Kelly had an atrocious game. He usually always does, but this game was okay. But he can't stay focused for the whole game and just watch the marking here. So right now, the team is pretty dang marked. There are so many Juve guys here, right? This whoever this is, I think Cabiasso, he's got this guy here. These guys are going to be marked by this kind of front line
I'd
here.
like to see Cambiasso a little bit closer. I mean, he can
I
stay
agree,
with that little
like
turd.
a step closer, right? But
Yeah.
mostly people watch Coop Miners just standing here, doesn't want to mark a guy.
No,
But
that's Vlahovic. Coop
Vlahovic,
Miners is
oh, where's
rough.
he at?
Oh God,
This guy? Coop?
is that is that Coop? No, I think you're right. I don't know.
We'll,
No,
we'll
that's got to
see.
be
No,
Coop
this is
there.
Vlahovic. That's
That's a
Vlahovic.
pretty athletic pose for Coop, though. Usually has more square, dumpy shape.
You got this guy with his hands behind his back. He's putting prison pose. Gatti, I think,
Yeah,
is
that
in prison
kid.
pose. Yeah,
That's right. That's guy. He's
I
ready.
love
He's
prison
summoning
pose.
some dude
Great.
to get up nice and close, nut to butt.
Yep. All right, so
Okay.
right here though,
Play it
Vinny,
in slow mo. Can you play it in slow mo?
we play it slow mo. Yeah,
I like the slow mo.
we
I
can
want to really
definitely play in
let
slow
this
mo.
sink in, baby. Yeah.
We're gonna go back here a little bit. All right, we're gonna go back here.
Okay.
All right, so we're only gonna play, certain amount of clip, but this part doesn't need to be in slow mo.
All right.
Great, you got that.
Here we go.
All right, when he comes in, McKennie covers up Rashid. He needs to stop here though. It's time to stop. Time to stop. Don't overcommit. Okay, not bad, right?
Overcommit. No, he did good. He
Oh,
did good. He did good.
he does okay.
Oh, what was
But
that?
he doesn't do enough
Dude,
here. He just stops,
it's
right?
terrible. He does nothing. He just watches it, man. Come
He
on.
stopped on time, and then Vinny's like, "No, I'm just gonna go through." And
Get in
neither
there,
of these
kid.
guys. But look,
He's
no
scary.
challenge there. This is Coop here.
This is cowardice. Yep.
Either
Yeah,
way,
Coop.
even
All
with
right,
that
well,
bad play, because their structure was so good, still okay. We're still okay here.
that's a shame though. That's so bad.
Vinny is a good player.
Oh.
Smokes him right there,
Oh my God.
and then gets a shot off. Really, honestly, really good work for me. He took on 3 dudes
Yep.
and smoked them all. But just
Yeah,
watch
that's I don't
Kelly.
like that shot going in.
Kelly was marking. He was marking.
Yeah.
Now the shot's out, and as we said earlier in the cast, all these guys do this. Once the shot's out, my job's done. My work here is done. I'm okay. The
All
play's
set.
over. The goalie's got it, guys. It's gonna be okay.
That's your man, Kelly. That's your man.
Oh, look at that. And he just spaces out, jogs this way. Everybody, look at everybody. Ball,
Wow.
ball, 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 ball.
Everybody.
Where's your guy, man? Like, the ball doesn't go in without a player.
Nope.
And then Bellingham has the easiest job because he's like, oh,
Oh
I'm just
my
going to run
God.
forward here. Love it. Marking his man until he wasn't. Blake Kelly, spacing out.
Yep.
Gotta love it,
Yep.
guys. Even when he has a decent game, he still costs a goal. Gotta love him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't. Yeah.
that's what all I wanted to show is
That's where
just
we're at.
the lack of focus for 90 minutes cost eBay this game.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, yes, it's Madrid. You probably always expected it was going to be a loss, but it didn't have to be. It could have been a tie. You never know. And Juve had chances. They had big chances. So
Oh, we definitely had chances. This is, the counterattacks. And we probably should have. I know we're trying to get this in because it's been a week. We really needed to get some stuff out. It's my fault that I've got a lot of shit going on right now. But um, we should have gotten some clips of some of these failed counterattacks. How much poor passing there was, lack of vision, just sloppy, and it's such a shame that we can't just put it together. Like we can't complete basic passes. And if you guys think that another coach is and yes, a really good coach, if we can nab, if we could have nabbed Conte, if we could have nabbed Allegri, a good coach would have put us in a better spot. We don't have that. But it's not going to be that much better, guys. It's not going to be a Scudetto winnings. Well, maybe with Conte, but we'd have new players with him. He'd demand that. You got to have the players that can make these passes, that can live these moments, that understand the importance of not giving up on the play. You know, that's a character issue. You can't coach that, guys. You have it or you don't. You had it when you were 5. You have it when you're 40. Like you just have to win because you can't go to bed at night if you don't. These guys don't have that. I don't want them on my team. I don't want them wearing the damn jersey. Get them out of here. That's all it is.
yeah, it's
Simple as
look,
that.
Juve is not good enough. There's no managerial leadership. There's no like management leadership either coming from the top.
Again, yeah.
It's all trickles down. And then you look on the field. There's no on-field leadership. I mean, guys, they gave Kenan Yildiz the captaincy this past game.
Right.
He's by far Juve's best player, and honestly, I don't necessarily disagree with it, but that's where we're at.
Oh,
We're
I
at the
do.
point to where the 20-year-old kid is captain because everybody else sucks so bad and doesn't have enough clout, or they just don't have any real Juve DNA. That's where you're at. Juve has no real leaders on the field that he's like, well, I'll give the captaincy to Yildiz. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's not right.
and he hasn't played well in a few games. Now the rumor is he's got some mysterious injury that I don't know if I believe or not because I think they're making it up. Because they certainly wouldn't play him. J Medical would be all up his butthole if he actually had
Either
to
way, though, I
play.
mean, like that doesn't that tell you that there's
I
there's
they're
no
covering
on-field
for him.
captains though? Like there's no on-field leaders on
No,
this actual team. Like that you can say, oh, you're giving a captaincy to Yildiz? That's crazy.
right?
I mean, that's bad.
I mean, do you really respect any of these people
No,
enough
that's why
to like
that's why
give them
I
the captain
that's why
over
I
you?
said I don't necessarily like I can't disagree with it because I don't think anybody else is great. But like that's the state that's the sad state Juve's in right now.
Yeah.
Like that's not good,
The
guys.
players know who the captain is, guys. It doesn't matter who wears the stupid band. That's a little power
There
play
isn't a
that little
captain.
baby coaches use.
Who's the captain?
Right. We haven't had one. We
There
we,
isn't
we
one.
shuffled them around 15 times last year. We shuffled them around
Yeah,
again this
there's no
year.
leaders,
Yeah,
man. There's
who's the
no
leader?
Juve guy.
We don't have any leaders.
There's no
No, we got rid of them
Buffon.
all.
There's no Bonucci. There's no guys.
I would go as far as to say, okay, give me your top 3 most talented players on Juventus, or just name me all the world
On
class
this
players on
current
Juventus.
Juve,
Yeah,
world class? No, there's none. There's
world
zero.
class
There's
right now,
zero
0.
world
Okay,
class players. Yildiz can become that way.
who are our
He's
most
headed
talented
in that
players?
direction. It's not even close. It's by far Yildiz.
Yes, right. That's it. I mean, Cambiaso's pretty good. I like
After
him.
that, Cambiaso
He's
had
versatile.
he's getting there again. He had a rough start to the season. He wasn't good at second
Yeah.
half of last season, but he's starting to play well again. He's got the potential to get there for sure. That's why teams like Man City were looking at him. I don't even think I'll put Thuram in that sentence. I think it's just those two. I think it's
No,
Yildiz and then
Brown's not
maybe
that good. Yeah,
Cambiaso.
Bremer.
Yeah, and then,
Yeah, Bremer's
maybe
talented.
Bremer. That's it. In the modern day,
Yeah, Bremer's
in
talented.
days of old, no, I wouldn't
Yeah,
pick Bremer, but now modern day, yes,
I don't
he's
think we
one of the
need him,
best.
but he's talented. Yeah, I
That's
I
it,
think
guys.
Cambiaso. It's unfortunate that he is not on a team with proper talent around him and proper leadership.
Yeah,
I
you did
think he
great.
suffers a lot from that. I don't think he's the kind of player that can take the bull by the horns,
No, no, no.
but his talent would really shine if he was around on a
Which
better
tells you
team.
he's not
Period.
world class, but
'Cause-
he is
Yeah,
he is a very good player. You know, I
and
I,
he's
I was
versatile.
excited when he
Good
was
player.
linked to Milan because when we were offloading Teo Hernandez, which obviously was a big mistake to do, but I was like, that's a perfect replacement. Like, you got a guy who can fill that role. He's played with Allegri before. Why not? But we didn't go for him. We went with
No. Yeah,
Estupinian.
it's a shame. Estupinian.
Sounds
Well, you know
great.
what? The nice thing is Estupinian sucks so much ass that Bartosagi's gotten a good
Well,
run,
his injury's been giving
and he's
Bartasagi
looked
some
good.
minutes, and Bartasagi looked great. He looked really
Yeah.
good for the U21s. That team looked great, and he was one of the best players by
Yep.
far. So I'm glad he's getting minutes
Oh,
because that kid's got some good talent. So I like it.
we always have good U21 teams, U20 teams, U19
Always.
teams. We just don't play the kids.
Yeah, the
We
big
just
teams
don't play the
fail.
damn kids. If you look at Germany and Spain and England, they're playing their young kids. We're not. We think they all suck,
England's
and we
playing the
have all
kids too,
these.
man.
Yeah,
Why they're always doing well.
yeah. We have the trashiest fan bases that just hate all our Italian youngsters. If they make one mistake, they just lambaste them and want to kick them
That's
out
what
forever.
happened
It's a
to
real
the
shame.
I forget that the guy's name on Milan. He's a big dude. He's a big dude, youngster. He played one game for us this season, and he made a big mistake, right? And then just roasted, lambasted, sold. He was literally
Oh, really?
sold, done. And he's actually one of our more promising, young talents. Huge dude too. Like,
It wasn't Komodo, right?
no. Komodo is loaned.
Komodo Dragon.
He's playing well actually for the Serie. I think it's Spezia in Serie A. But yeah, so
You can't make mistakes. But if you're
crazy.
Fofana, no problem. You can make a million mistakes. If you're Coop Miners,
Yeah,
oh, they'll give you a captain's armband.
insane.
But if you're Moretti or Fagioli and you have Begum, you're out of
Yeah,
here.
you're done.
If
Yeah.
you're Rovella, you don't even get a chance. Yeah, it's amazing. So I think that it's been an exciting start to the season just because everything's so messy from pure disconnected fan opinion. It's been exciting to watch. But I
It's
think
gonna
that
be a
the
hell of a
cream is
season,
starting to
man.
rise to the top.
Yeah, across the
Yeah,
season, it's gonna be a hell of it because you got wild cards like Roma, like Gasperini actually has a pretty decent team now. Like he has real talent at his
yeah.
disposal, like Sule and Dybala, so and Kone. So we'll see what he can do. The team's
One,
looking good. They actually are defensively solid. Even in their loss to Inter, one goal. I mean, like
yeah, well,
Roma's looking way different. So it's cool to see that. So they're a dark horse. They've led in 3 goals. Amazing.
that's yeah.
Italiano started a little bit rough, but he's got Bologna looking real good now. And man,
He does, baby.
if he keeps up again, like he's got to go to a big team after this because to me, if this is another good season, he's proven himself. Like, he's taken a team that's
Yeah,
been destroyed twice now and done a good job.
yes.
That'll be a lot. So
Yeah, he's someone on that I think should be considered for the Juve job. Because they're talking about firing Tudor. I don't know who's crazy enough to take over the Juve job right now,
the
but
most recent link is Palladino midseason because he's the only one they said would be willing to accept a 6-month deal and then be reevaluated. But I think that if the problem with that type of structure is if you do that and Palladino doesn't just like blow it out of the park, then it's not going to go. You kind of almost need Palladino to like be a rebuild coach and say, hey, it's okay. You is going to kind of suck for like a year or two, and then we're going to rebuild the right way. That's the Palladino way. I think if you sign him. But there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him to perform if you're gonna bring him in mid-season. That's a bit
Oh,
rough.
I don't think you come in here mid-season. I think
I wouldn't.
whatever coach comes in here mid-season is suicidal.
Yeah, it's not a good
You
idea.
know these players are gonna. These players have ruined 3 careers now, or they gotten 3 coaches fired now, and let's say Allegri wasn't fired because of the players. Allegri was fired
Yeah,
because
he's
of his
fair.
ego and
Exactly.
corporate takeover. But they've definitely costing 2 coaches their job because Malta got canned, and when we're supposed to be rebuilding, even though we spent 300 million,
Yeah, he's
and
supposed to be
then
rebuilding, but you
what's
don't
his
even give him full season. So crazy.
300 million average
Yeah.
foreign mercenaries, sweet. And then what's his name? Tudor's in here now, stinking up the joint, and he's gonna get canned too. And we're gonna keep
Yeah.
these bumps year in year out. And I think you're absolutely like any
I
rebuild. I
like
think
I
we
like the
said earlier in
Palladino
this cast.
appointment for him. I like that appointment,
I
but
do too.
I don't love
Yeah,
it for a 6-month kind of stopgap because that's not him. He was growing with
totally agree.
Fiorentina. He was a little shaky here. He grew into his own, and they're building finally, right? And they looked good. Now look at Fiorentina; they suck without him. But like
Yeah,
he's got to build. You got to give him time to say, hey, you guys a massive step up for him. But he's got the right mindset. He's figuring things out. He has adapted his tactics. He's been a good coach. He's a good shout for the job. But the UF fans have to be okay with not being amazing for a year or two. And I'd be cool with that if I were you.
right.
But a lot of UF fans say, no, we like all we do is win. Not anymore, guys. You might have to rebuild.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you achieve this goal?
Gonna sign
That's
Coop
the
Miners for
key.
60
Yeah.
million or yeah. No, it's not
Yes.
and yeah. Not it, guys. Spend more money.
I
No.
keep
Spend
seeing links on
smartly.
X for like random player Z. this is the guy we should sign. Okay, he's gonna fix all our problems. There we go. Like we need to kind of like let's save this conversation for a different day because this is gonna I can go on
Yep.
and on about this because I
Yep.
think we do want to talk about
Let's
an
just do
actually good
a
game.
brief Napoli-Inter review
I
because
want to talk about
we've
that
kind of
good
been
bad.
been talking about that throughout this regardless. But let's kind of get into it now fully. All right. So Napoli-Inter happened today. This was, I think, actually a really good thing for Napoli to have this type of game right after that smoking midweek, and even the week
All
before.
about how
Because
you recover.
yeah, because they lost to Torino, they get smoked by PSV. It's looking like the wheels are falling off. And honestly, the
Yep.
best thing for that type of stuff is a big game. I'm really, and for them, because
Yep.
I mean, it's no surprise I've been pretty open about it. I think you are too. I want Napoli to win this week after this year. So even
Oh
though
yeah,
I'm a Milan fan, this team is the Red Devils, not Milan. So hey, not go for it, Napoli.
feel the same
Anyways,
exactly with mine too.
yeah, I would, if Milan looks anything like the Milans of old, I would immediately full force ahead. But they're not. They're a fake American team right now. But they've got Max Allegri, and he's just damn good. So, anyways, Napoli Inter. You have Di Lorenzo, Buongiorno, Juan Jesus, who's better than Bocama, Spinazzola, Gilmore, Politano, Anguissa, De Bruyne, McTominay, but they kind of switched up how they played McTominay, De Bruyne this game, and then Neres up top as a false nine, who did excellent in my opinion.
Cool
I mean,
move. Yes.
that's pretty dang good.
That's who you start against a Cherby. You don't start Luca against a Cherby.
No, he's
Luca's
gonna
gonna
get
get
worked. But
completely destroyed by a Cherby.
Kirby
You
loves the
start
physical
some little
battles.
fast guy. Yeah, dude. And he usually wins them. A Cherby cannot handle little fucking Neres
Cherby gets all
tearing up the
jacked up
ground
by
over
by
there.
the physical battle. He loves it, and he's really good at it.
Yeah.
Cherby is, in my opinion,
Yeah.
he's past it now, but he's still gonna be able to compete against those strong guys. So yes, you run Neres as a really good call from Conte's part. You got to see him come out this game with some excellent coaching.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess we kind of got to get it. So the initial start of this, where we're kind of kick off all the scoring, and we don't have highlights from the game. Actually, do we? We have a couple. Yeah, we do actually. Oh yeah, we have the penalty. Okay, I pulled up a couple ready to go. You don't even know what clips there are, but I got a couple here.
I don't. I like it. Good. Good.
All right. So first, we start off with the goal. This is the penalty on Di Lorenzo, right? So, which you can't see from this angle, but so Di Lorenzo's running. He kicks out his left leg, obviously to debate the foul, as people tend to do, and then Mkhitaryan's right leg runs into his left leg, bumps him, but Cherby's already down, ready to stop the play. Di Lorenzo's going nowhere. I don't like this call at all, but hey,
I
they
hate this
called
call.
it. I've seen worse penalties given, but I don't like this call, in my opinion. There was nowhere he was going. Cherby totally stopped him. Mkhitaryan got screwed because Di Lorenzo intentionally stuck his left leg out to go bait the contact. I can't stand that stuff, in
Yeah.
my opinion. That is sneaky cheating, and if you got VAR, you can see that. Why is that allowed? So that's just
Let's
my
use
take.
VAR too to confirm it too. So they totally saw it.
Oh
The
yeah,
problem is that there's everything's so sterile, and that if there's a contact with this part of the leg in the box, it's a penalty. It's like, okay,
exactly.
guys,
That's
that,
exactly the thing
that
with the
contact
Jimenez
did
thing we talked
nothing.
about. Well, it touched his
Yeah.
face. Did it impact anything? No. Did it even hit his face?
No.
No. I mean, it's wild. Anyways, I didn't like this, but either ways, De Bruyne buries it, and then he goes off injured. Seemed like he pulled a hamstring for me, and you can always tell when a dude's really
Yeah.
injured because they don't flop around, they don't roll around. They're actually seen. So he definitely pulled something. He's
Yeah.
off. But it didn't slow
Yeah, that was a serious
Napoli down.
injury.
So, yeah, exactly. It was a real injury because there was no flopping and barrel rolling. So now after that, you had a second goal from Scott McTominay. Now this goal, I think. Oh, this is second view. Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful. All right, hold on, wait. So watch his leg
Oh,
here.
the second
He
view.
kicks the leg out. Look at that. You see that? He drug
Yeah,
his leg.
that's
What
not a
type of
normal
running is
running
that?
motion, dude. He knows he's failed, and now he's just playing for a foul. What a coward.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Is this our disgrace of the week?
And they
No,
get
I
it.
actually
No,
I want to give it to Buongiorno this week because
the tooth hold. I didn't remember that,
the
so
tooth
but
hold.
I will defer to your judgment.
Well,
Either
he was
way, though.
rolling on the ground, rolling on the ground. Then he got up and held his
Holding
tooth,
his tooth.
and
Yeah.
I laughed out loud. I laughed out
You think
loud.
he's gonna see the dentist? I doubt it.
Oh yes, I think he actually is.
Dude. Anyways, I'm glad this actually showed what I was talking about. He totally kicks his leg out and bites the contact. Either way, Acerbi was ready to go. The other Renzo's doing nothing here, so whatever. It shouldn't have been a penalty, but De Bruyne does his
Oh,
job. He buries it, as I think we would all expect him to do, and then he goes off injured. Now we go to
Yes.
this goal. So Spinazzola down here, always excellent. I think he's, as
Great
we've
vision.
called, by far the best left back and left wing back that Italy has right now. I think he's got to be the out and out
Yes.
starter for the national team for sure. As I said,
Absolutely.
Cream's riding to the top, and before his injury, after or during Euros, he was excellent. So now he's got his
Dude,
form back fully.
no one gives anybody a chance to recover from injuries. And it's this, it takes time, guys. It's if you actually have a serious injury, you need time to
Takes
heal,
time.
especially the older you get. But it all depends on your body too. And this is what we're
Depends on
seeing now with
position
Bremer
too.
getting re-injured, Chiesa, and all of a sudden he's good again. It's like, oh yeah, because he's not injured now, guys. So like, let's
Yeah,
give people
he's
some
been
freaking
healthy for a
time.
little while now, so it makes a difference, right? And you bring guys back
Give
too
people some time.
soon, injured.
Yep,
I mean, look
exactly.
at Scalvini. He's getting injured every two
Yep,
games now.
yep.
Like I think
It needs
he's
just
out
give the
again.
guy time.
Yeah, just let
I
him
think he's
heal.
probably done.
It's I
Yeah, I
hope
forgot
he's
about the
not,
Salvini
but
thing.
the
Oh
amount
my
of
God.
injuries he's having is insane. Like even like
It's
little stuff, it's wild. So
it's Zaniolo-esque, dude.
yeah, I hope it's not, and I hope that Leone's going off on a tangent doesn't have this issue because now he's out with ACL
Oh
too.
my God,
So
yeah, him too.
yeah, he looked real composed for
Yeah,
Liverpool when he played. So
that's
very
another show
very
too.
mature.
Talk about these excessive injuries now.
Yeah, could have been like generational players too, and ended up obviously having terrible careers. But
Yeah,
all right, we get to here. So Spinazzola sees McTominay, he's just the
great
man.
run.
He's just the man. Like he started here, which
Tommy
I can't
is the
show it, but
freaking man, dude. Super Scott.
yep, you got Neres pulling this guy close. He thinks that he's gonna get the ball, show him for the ball. Spinazzola sees the run. Beautiful pass. Excellent pass.
Kind of
Now
misjudges that a little bit, but it's okay.
watch. Yeah, he did. He's not a striker, but watch Bastoni. Watch his effort or lack thereof. Please watch this, guys. Watch him slow down and not actually
Yes.
care. Like he doesn't care. Uh, isn't it
What
remarkable?
was that?
You
What's
see
he
that lack of
doing?
effort? This is what I'm talking about. We
Of
give this dude a
course.
ton of flack for when he plays for Italy because he's known for his left foot, his attacking, his heading, his like more aggressive challenges. He is not a marker. He's not a smart defender. Bastoni is a bad pure defender. We keep saying it,
He is.
both of us. This proves it even further. You can't hide it. You can't hide it. Like yes, it's a remarkable shot and play from McTominay, but
Absolutely.
if Bastoni tried even
But
20% harder, McTominay doesn't even get the shot off.
exactly.
Like he was
Exactly.
jogging. You
Him is
run, McTominay's not shooting that ball. Crazy.
second he misjudged that in the air, I thought
It was
Bastoni
over.
would get it for
Should have
sure.
been over.
Yeah. And Bastoni, he allowed that to happen. Gave him just enough space to let McTominay be amazing.
Huh?
And McTominay's not going to disappoint. But no,
That was an amazing shot.
Bastoni can't win headers in his own box. I don't even think he's that good at marking. Oh,
No.
you
He's
said that
not a
he's
good
not good at
marker.
marking.
Yeah.
I don't see what he does properly. I think he makes recovery running slide tackles, and I think that's a lot of people can do that because they're not under pressure. They're the attacker at that point, and they don't have to be positionally sound. They can just run someone down and slide tackle at them. So I think
What
that's a lot easier to
what
do.
he
I'm not
does
impressed with his
well.
defending at all.
What he does well, the only defensive thing that I've seen him do, and it happened couple of times in this game, and because I was focused on a lot of like the bad stuff he was doing, I did focus on a couple of the good though. But is he does make some good like anticipatory steals and challenges. Like when he knows the
Yeah.
ball's coming to him, he goes right at it because he's very one track minded. He doesn't have the awareness, but he does make a couple of those good challenges. That's it, and that's not hard to do.
Yep.
So,
I agree.
anyways, this play, it was as much of an amazing play by McTominay as it was a terrible defending maneuver by Bastoni.
Yep.
We move on. This is the second goal, the run from Zambonguisa, but pay attention to Neres here as well. Okay. Oh, it's thrown in. Politano over to Neres. Watch this pass. Boop. Just a quick little heel. Amazing,
Beautiful.
right?
Beautiful.
The amount of weight on that,
Beautiful.
Zambo didn't have to move. Right on his feet. Awesome job from Neres. Beautiful layoff. And he's clear of a Cherby. Cherby's slow. He's
Yeah.
not. Cherby's slow. Bastoni's somewhere up here because
Neres
he
was good
tried
all
to
game.
challenge. Yeah. And
I
then
like the spot for him.
Dumfries is here. I think he overruns this when he comes back, which is a very common defender trait. But Bastoni's gone. He's up here already because he challenged there. This
Well,
is
he's the
a
reason that guy that
Kanji,
leaked through. Yeah.
and this is a Kanji and Dumfries and a Cherby's just got smoked back there.
Yep.
Kanji gets on him.
Akanji runs
Dumfries,
next to him.
Dumfries actually ruins that play because Akanji is actually doing a good job, and then Dumfries just like takes Akanji out of the play.
And Akanji's got to get in front of that ball. He
Yeah,
runs back to him
but
too much. He
look at
stopped.
that.
Yeah,
He was fine.
his own man
He
out.
was pushing him out wide, and Dumfries legitimately just takes his own player out.
Yep. Well, it's living up to his name.
And there you go.
Freeze, get it?
Amazing joke there. You did a great
And
job.
look how much. Well, just go back though. Okay, this would drive me nuts here as a coach. I'm sure Kiva will show him this in the film room here.
We're
Look how
gonna
much
make
space they
this
give him after
into
this mistake.
slow-mo.
How much space they give him after this mistake?
He just takes his guy out, just runs. Look at him just shielding him off. He's
And now look what he does.
He's watching. He's just shielding the guy off him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he doesn't even try to come over for his air. He just
Flatline.
keeps
No.
running, dude.
No, it just keeps going.
Oops.
Like Forrest Gump, dude. Yeah.
It's like, just stop, turn around, man. He's
No.
arcing run.
Shove off your teammate and
Kandi's
get
trying
back
to get
on him,
back.
dude.
Trying to not block him. He's minded for the shot. Yeah, that was rough, man. That was
Great
rough
shot.
from a lot of people.
Great shot, though.
Really good shot, yeah.
Yep.
He took it back
Love
the
the
right way.
athleticism there for Zombo, too. Nice and rip.
Yeah, he's been playing
Great play by Neres.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it was a great performance from Napoli, and when you have stinker games like that, and when you're kind of in a tough spot,
Yeah, you need a game like
gotta,
this, man.
It's how you react, it's how you respond to those tough times that, that's what character is. Bad things are gonna happen. You're never gonna go through a perfect season. That's why even though like a lot of sports have longer seasons, you get these ups and downs, you get streaks, and you got to learn how to grind out of them. Relatively short season here, so those streaks, they can't happen for too long, or else your whole season's over. So it was very important that this happened for them. Now I'm glad it did because I want to see them build. They're going to build on this. This is what they need going forward, and they're getting some of their guys back here, piecing it together. By halfway through the season, I think by the second half of the season they'll be on fire.
I mean,
I like Neres there though.
Neres was a good option, honestly. Like it's weird. He played that spot better than Luka did. I mean,
Luka's been poop.
Yeah, he's been bad. Too bad. He's got a lot of potential, but maybe like the increased price tag, and he's playing for a much better team. It's definitely a
lack of compete. The lack of compete.
He's also got just a bad first touch, though. I don't like. Because like if you're playing that role, like you gotta be able to like build the ball, take it down, get your team into it, And he hasn't been able to do that. Like even if he's not scoring, I want to see that stuff, and I don't see it from him. Oh, Neres had better control and layoff than him, and he's not a striker.
I think he's okay at that. I don't think he's so bad at that. I think
the ball rockets off his freaking box, man.
He's just not deadly in the box. Yeah,
he was pretty good for Udinese at that. He just didn't have the best hold-up play. He uses his body well. He's strong, but his touch is kind of rough. But you can work on that stuff.
He just can't bury, dude.
He's got a lot of issues right now.
He's not a killer. He's just not a killer. He's not good.
I'm not gonna write him off yet. I'm not gonna write him off yet, but it so far does not look good. I'll say that much. No. I haven't seen anything.
Was Højlund injured too?
I don't know actually. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's. If he is, it can't be.
I'm curious why. I mean, I'm glad Neres started. That was the right choice.
I don't think it was anything big.
Was Højlund actually injured?
I know he was not on the bench.
Let me see. Højlund is injured.
I wonder how long he wasn't on the bench. So.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show how much Lucas has been stinking it up. Is when they start Neres in your position in front of you.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. But I think Conte knows who he's going up against too. I mean, that was
Yeah.
He knew he was going up against a Cherby, so that was a little stroke of genius there. I liked it, and I like that he fixes midfield problems. I know you and I were, we love McTominay. I think we were saying that he needs to be in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And he was today, and it made a big difference. Obviously.
It was good, and honestly, it's. Yeah. I think that De Bruyne is gonna be out for a long time.
I do too, but I don't think they necessarily need him, to be honest with you. I know that sounds crazy.
I also don't think that they need him
last year,
and I think that their shape is gonna be better without him. Weirdly enough, but he is a class player, and you are gonna miss that in some of these games where you just kind of like unlock a defense that nobody else really can. So yeah, they'll miss him a little bit, but all right.
They weren't struggling to score goals; they were struggling to stop them.
Yeah. I mean, at least now
it'll all get put together here.
Yeah, I know that Højlund and Rachmani are close to back, so it's very good news for Napoli, especially recovering Rachmani because he's going to make Buongiorno's game elevate for sure. So
Yes, but it does show you that when Buongiorno's back, you can still play Juan Jesus. When Buongiorno's not back, Juan Jesus is poop.
yeah, Juan Jesus looked way better
Jesus,
than the Bokuma, which hey, we called it. Bokuma
he is.
is people think he's great, 30 million, no way. I mean, I thought it was more just like the I mean Bologna is just one of those teams where like you have a couple guys that look great from it because they have a good coach, and what's what happened at Atalanta. I never saw anything from Bokuma was oh this guy's awesome,
Oh,
and I think you're the same way.
nope. You know what it is with Pokemon? It's the same Coop Miners factor. Pokemon makes booming strong challenges, and people go, "Wow, he's so good." The Coop Miners would make booming strong goals. People go,
Yeah, he
"Wow,
just
he's
doesn't do the
so
simple
good."
things right.
Like, does he
Um,
read right? Does he read the game? Does
yeah.
he pay? Does he? What's his compete level? Does he earn? Is he winning the race to the ball that's closer to him than the other guy that's further from it? Those are the things I want to
Yeah.
see. And yeah, Pokemon just doesn't.
No, I mean,
Some
hey,
good, some.
it's early. We'll see. I'm not going to write him off after that many games, but I've never been very positive on him. So
No, same.
okay, we've got a see what do we have coming up tomorrow here? 'Cause it's Sunday, right? So we got some
Hmm?
games about to happen. So I'll give you a
Yeah, baby.
little brief review. There's not a ton of stuff,
I'm
but there
ready.
are about two pretty strong games happening. So Cremonese tied Atalanta, Milan tied Pisa. So the wheels fell off a little bit there. Um,
Oh, the
yeah,
wheels fell off. You want to just
no
talk about that one
Rabio.
real quick? Or are we going to talk about that next
We'll
week?
talk about that next week. Yeah, yeah. We got a good cast here. We'll talk about
No Rabio, baby. That's
that. No,
Rabio's the man.
he is the man, and he's one of the few people that Allegri wanted. That's all I'll say because we'll otherwise we'll go off on a rant. All right, we got Sassuolo Roma, which is going to be a tough game. Sassuolo's been looking way better recently, and they're at Sassuolo. There's going to be Fiorentina Bologna, which Fiorentina has not been good under Pioli, but I feel like as the desperation creeps in, they might sneak one here, and it is at the Artemio Franchi, so it is at home for them. And then you've got Lazio Juve at Lazio, so two struggling teams, two managers who are not able to get their teams to play the way that they want them to or play decent at all. That's going to be a weird game. That might be a tie.
Two
What do you
sloppy
think's going to happen there?
managers. Lazio has a ton of players injured right now. I
Is it
don't
really?
see how Juventus loses this game. I'm not just being like
Who's
a
Lazio have
positive.
out?
Rovella, the other guy with the hair,
Guendouzi's out
Guendouzi,
too? Oh, that's bad.
Castellanos, I believe, is out as well.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
they're
Nuno
pretty screwed
Tavares
there.
out too. Oh, Lazio's done.
Yeah, Tavares is
That's a
out. Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they're
Cancellieri's
not
out
looking good for
too.
them.
Oh my goodness. All
Yeah,
right,
he's been
current.
having a great season.
Yeah, he's been good. The current
Yeah, Castellanos,
status.
Cancellieri, Rovella, Della Bashiru, Gigo, Pellegrini, and Tavares.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they're screwed.
you would lose this game. That's really bad
Yeah, I don't think we will. Especially after playing pretty solid against
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
Madrid. I think that yeah,
for sure.
I think that'll be a win. The game I'm most excited to see is actually Fiorentina Bologna because Bologna is playing really well. They have a much better coach. Fiorentina was a better team in my opinion last year, especially in like some of their head-to-head matchups. I just don't understand how
Coaching,
Pioli
man.
can suck so
No,
much
it's
ass.
because he does. He's a terrible tactician. He's a nice guy who people like playing for, but he doesn't. He's not a killer. And he was in a really good situation with. He's an average coach, man. I
Yeah,
mean, honestly, like
I
you
mean
would have
he's
thought that he'd be okay for Fiorentina getting like, and that's what I thought he'd be
no, I
like
don't.
Europa League. He's not. He can't build youngsters. He can't build
He's got
youngsters.
young players.
That's
You got
not
to
his
coach
thing.
them. It's not just about where you make them stand on the lineup sheet. It's like you got to
Exactly.
coach them all week in practice
Well, you
too.
got to
Like,
help
what
these
are you
guys
guys
grow
working on?
too. These guys
What's
got
your
to grow.
focus? Yeah,
He can't do
exactly.
that. Like, Pioli is going to take a already good team and make them smooth sailing. He's going to take a team that should be
Yep.
top four and finish top four. He's not going to take a team that is aspiring to be good and make them good. And that's why he's feeling the This is not the team
Yeah,
for him.
it's a terrible appointment, and I think that the Fiorentina directors they should be ashamed of themselves. I don't know whatever argument happened, but they are clearly wrong.
Now,
They had a really good thing going.
they played in the conference league. Yes, they played against a crappy team, Rapid Vienna. Okay, they beat them 3-0. But look at the back line. Guess who didn't play?
Pongracic or whatever his
Exactly.
name is.
They played VT finally. This is
Yeah,
the
that guy
first freaking
sucked.
start he's had. He's had a great season last year with Empoli.
Yeah.
VT, Mari, Camuzzo.
Yep.
Finally, that's what they should run.
Yes.
That's their defense. Don't change it.
Yes,
Keep running
and
it.
just
Don't
swap
change
out
a thing.
Mari with Ranieri. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what I would do.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, they put VT on the other side, put Ranieri there. But they should at least be playing these guys. VT needs to play. They played Parisi, Fagioli, Caviglia, Endur, Fortini,
Point.
and then Piccoli and Dzeko.
Exactly.
And that's
That's what
because
I want to see.
Keane was out. Otherwise, Keane would play and Dodo would
Yeah.
play. That's it. That's all you should change there. You should have Ranieri in, Keane and Dodo. That's it. The rest of the other team, the formation is good. Team lineup was good. Honrich is out, thank God. Right? They don't need that guy. Fine.
It's awesome.
So and they've got so
Awesome.
many youngsters there. They have a lot of potential, and
Good
that's
young
why
Italians, man.
we always talk about it because this is like a big thing to us, and Pioli's just failing them.
Oh, totally.
Failing the player.
We knew this was a bad move. We saw this one coming, and this is worse than I thought it would be.
Same here. Yeah, I thought they would
I
do
didn't.
okay this season just because I like the team a lot. But I actually underestimated. And I've never been a big Pioli guy, but I underestimated how bad it would be.
Yeah, I mean, this guy needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah, I don't see
Like, I
what
don't know
they're
why they're
doing
giving
here.
him more games.
Yeah, I don't know
They're
what
not
they're doing.
improving. They're not even improving. I mean,
Who do you bring
he
in?
had a team. Oof. At this
Because
point, anybody, because it's clearly not working with him. But
yeah,
I mean, who comes to Fiorentina is a
well
different discussion.
you know
Who comes to
Palladino's not coming
Juve?
back because he had an issue.
No,
So
he's not.
although that would definitely have been the choice that didn't have a problem, but I don't know.
Try to convince
Who do you bring back?
try to convince Vieira to come over from Genoa, who's sold all their good players. Try to convince
It's not a bad option actually.
what's his name? Gilardino. I like Gilardino, man. That was a hell of a game he coached today.
Gilardino's, I would say that Pisa is a bad team, but I think Gilardino is a better coach than people give him credit for it, and then he's gonna fight teams hard. Pisa has been playing very hard all season. Yeah, maybe I would go
His
Gilardino
teams are
over
playing
Pioli.
hard.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Vieira's a
And
good
who would
shot
you
too.
go for? Who's there? Like, who could you even get to go to
Nobody's
Fiorentina? Like,
there. You could
I mean, does
bring
Mancini
back
really want to coach again?
you could
Spalletti. Spalletti.
bring back
There you go. Been a
huh.
joy.
You could bring back Spalletti, or you could bring out Spalletti, or you could bring back Thiago Moura to Serie A. Why not? Why
Oh,
not?
yeah,
He's
there
out
you
of a
go.
job.
That's
Bring him back.
yeah.
Go on, be better than
I'm-
Pioli.
right. Give me some 2-7-2 action in Florence. That's a good town for him too. You know,
Not bad, man.
very
It's not bad.
pompous. Yeah. Yeah.
You okay?
Good.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. We're
I mean
almost at about
that's
an
a
hour
good
and a half
shout.
here.
Oh, juicy.
All right, thank you guys for joining. We will be back on Monday with our typical kind of weekly roundup. Yes, we already covered the Napoli-Inter game, so we'll be going as in depth with that one, but we will cover everything else and preview the next week. Take care. If you have any questions, concerns, let us know your thoughts as well. Put them down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Ciao. Forza Calcio.